Okay, so good morning again. I'm Jaros Obrador with Jarek Matina. So we are the applications engineers of Maximum Solutions Corporation, here to discuss something about a new offering, which is the BIM Collaborate Pro. So we term this as a smart remote way of collaboration. So if you have questions during the session, please do type it in the Q&A window, or you can chat us the question. So let's get started. Okay, so let's go through the agenda for today's session. So firstly, I'm going to discuss the current industry context and introduce you to the Autodesk Construction Cloud. And also, we're going to discuss BIM Collaborate Pro, which is the point of this session, its overview and some of its key capabilities. And also, Jarek is going to discuss some customer stories and adoption. And he's also going to show you an ROI computation of the solution. Also, I'm going to share some resources, and I'll open the floor for questions. So the landscape of the AEC industry has greatly changed, again, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So current businesses are looking to harness cloud solutions as the new normal for the design practice. So with the power of the cloud, continuity can be maintained through working anytime, anywhere on anything in order to minimize risks and to be more efficient in daily operations. If there is no continuity, or when teams are disconnected, it could result to more redundancies and errors. Cloud solutions present an ecosystem of tools that help in certain tasks, such as design collaboration or model coordination. So this gives us clarity and organization in managing unpredictability and disruptions. So this is possible with a common data environment, wherein information is accessible for all team members. The power of the cloud also gives us a better visibility and insights into daily design work. Insights make project management easier and directs us to where we should allocate our resources. Collaboration has been reshaped due to the current pandemic, as I've said, and it continues to evolve. Companies are investing more into digitization with solutions which connects the whole team, offer flexibility, and provide powerful insights. So connected in terms of a common data environment to improve productivity and reduce rework. Flexible in terms of different workflows. And powerful in terms of learning from analytics and insights. So we go now to the Autodesk Construction Cloud. So the Autodesk Construction Cloud is the collection of Autodesk's cloud solutions, including BIM 360, PlanGrid, Building Connected, Assemble, Pipe, and Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect. So most of our existing clients currently use the BIM 360 platform, while the rest here are newly acquired by Autodesk. So basically, the Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect allows you to create integrations between these different cloud solutions. What Autodesk did is to create a much more integrated platform, which is termed as the unified platform. This focuses more on taking the best features of BIM 360 and PlanGrid. So what Autodesk did is they combined it into a more consistent workflow. So rather than having these cloud solutions separate, Autodesk created a unified platform out of the best ones. So looking back, these are the BIM 360 packages that we offer. Some of you might have been or currently subscribed to some of them. As you can see here, BIM 360 has come a long way. From the classic products, which are in the green field boxes, you can see here, to the next gen products, which are the blue filled ones. So the classic ones are C4R, BIM 360 Team, BIM 360 Glue, BIM 360 Layout, and BIM 360 Field. So some of you might have been subscribed to these solutions. So the next gen products are BIM 360 Docs, Design, Coordinate, and Build. So these come in packages. So for example, when you subscribe to BIM 360 Design, you also get access to the classic products, which are C4R, or Collaboration for Revit, and BIM 360 Team. So with the same idea, the unified platform will also include these classic and next-gen components. So the unified platform has the same lineup similar to the BIM 360 products. So for the BIM 360, we have, again, BIM 360 Docs, Coordinate, Design, and Build. So in the unified platform, we have Autodesk Docs, BIM Collaborate, BIM Collaborate Pro, and Build. And there is a new product, which is Autodesk Takeoff. So what are these and what do they include? So the Autodesk Docs right here. So this is the unified platform portfolio and unified platform components. So right here, the Autodesk Docs is similar to BIM 360 Docs. So they are the document management of their respective platforms. So these components actually give us access to issues, markups, insights, reports, file sharing, file storage, and etc. Oops, sorry. Basically, all the similar tools that are in BIM 360 are in Autodesk Docs. So Autodesk BIM Collaborate also includes BIM 360 Coordinate and BIM 360 Glue, which are for clash detection and model coordination. So one of the interesting things that you might see here is that BIM Collaborate Pro, which is the evolution of BIM 360 Design, now includes everything within BIM Collaborate. So current subscribers to BIM 360 Design might have noticed that they have additional tools for model coordination. Autodesk Build, in the other hand, is for field management, project management, asset management, and cost management of the unified platform. You can also access your data here in the PlanGrid Build mobile app. And lastly, the Autodesk Takeoff, as the name implies, is for quantification tools, wherein I can do 2D and 3D takeoff of my projects. These components, again, are not so different and very similar to BIM 360, which means that if you have been engaged with BIM 360 before, you will have no problem using this unified platform components. So what can I do with these components? So here's a more detailed illustration of the features of the unified platform components. As you can see here, Autodesk Docs is actually the common data environment of this platform. And as you can see on the left side, we have BIM Collaborate Pro, and it includes everything within BIM Collaborate, which are model coordination and clash detection application. So immediately you get all these features within BIM Collaborate Pro. So let's take a look at Autodesk Build here. So in Autodesk Build, you have all these features, including in project management, RFIs, submittals, meeting minutes, and daily reports. So actually, meeting minutes here is also now included in the BIM Collaborate Pro subscription. So Autodesk realized that meetings are also done in the design phase and in the model coordination phase. So let's now move to how it works, how the licensing works. So if you have been engaged with BIM 360 before, you will notice that BIM 360 Docs, Coordinate, and Build are all hub assigned, meaning that your organization must have a license of these products before you can invite another person or another team member from another organization. So the only thing allowed to be BYOS or bring your own subscription is BIM 360 Design. So if the person you're inviting within your hub has an BIM 360 Design subscription, he or she can bring it to your own hub. As compared to Docs, Coordinate, and Build, your organization must have a reserved license for those you will invite into your hub. So Autodesk made it simpler in the unified platform. So in the unified platform, everything is a buy your own or bring your own subscription, which if your organization assigns you a particular license of these components, you can bring it to other organization sites. So what does that mean for our current subscribers? So BIM 360 Docs remains sellable. So it will be a standalone product and it will continue to get enhancements. As long as you're subscribed here, you will see the improvements and enhancements of this component in BIM 360. For current AEC collection subscribers, they might have noticed that in their account portals, they now have Autodesk Docs. So for current BIM 360 Design subscribers, you will notice that you will have BIM Collaborate Pro automatically. For BIM Coordinate subscribers, it will not automatically be BIM Collaborate, but once that you renew your subscription, it will be a BIM Collaborate subscription. So let me just talk about Autodesk Docs and BIM 360 Docs. So most of the people are actually asking if they can utilize Docs. So Autodesk Docs, again, is a document management component of the unified platform, while BIM 360 Docs is the document management platform of the BIM 360. So Autodesk Docs is not available as a standalone offering at this time or as of the moment. So the only way that you can get it is through AEC collection, or if you are subscribed also to BIM Collaborate Pro, Build, and Takeoff. So BIM 360 Docs is a subset of Autodesk Docs. So that means that you will get Autodesk Docs through Autodesk. You will get BIM 360 Docs if you have Autodesk Docs, which means that if you have a subscription of the AEC collection, automatically you will have BIM 360 Docs. And also, if you have BIM Collaborate and BIM Collaborate Pro, you will also have this, since it also includes Autodesk Docs as well. But again, BIM 360 Docs can be still purchased as a standalone product, while Autodesk Docs is not. So Autodesk Docs is only available in the US server as of the moment, and it has no mobile app, while BIM 360 Docs is available for both US and European servers, and it still has its own mobile app. So let's now move to the core of this session, which is BIM Collaborate Pro. So first, let's talk about the evolution of design collaboration. So at first, we are using server-based work sharing within Revit, and this actually allows us to save our central model in a server. So this server will be set up, it has a firewall, LAN connections will be done. So the problem with this is that you have limited collaboration in terms of your hardware or in terms of the capability of your local area networks, right? And also it has no activity tracking or whatsoever. So you will not know who synced last, you will not know who saved last, and etc. So that is actually resolved by an enterprise solution, which some of you might have experienced. It's called Revit Server. And Revit Server actually allows us to work share our models through a wide area network. So we can do it remotely via VPN or public IP addresses. But the problem here is that it requires a very expensive ID setup. And also, you can do it for a single firm. But of course, you can share your private IP addresses to other companies. But again, it's very compromisable in terms of security. And again, it's limited to a slow data exchange since it depends on the capability of your hardware. And now BIM Collaborate Pro is introduced, formerly known as BIM 360 Design, wherein this allows you to have a smooth way of collaboration through just having internet connection. And this also involves all project stakeholders within your hub. So you can actually invite other organizations or other people from other organizations, since again, I've told you before that all the offerings in the unified platform are BYOS. Also, it provides you management and delivery tools so that you can perform insights and analytics, and etc. So let's move to what is BIM Collaborate Pro. So basically, BIM Collaborate Pro is something that you need to collaborate design or co-author projects in Revit, Civil 3D, and Plan 3D. So here, I've placed or indicated the versions in Revit, wherein it can work with BIM 360 and the unified platform. So it works with Revit version 2018.3 to latest. So while in Civil 3D, it performs in BIM 360 at version 2020.2, and in the unified platform at 2020.5.1 to latest. And also for Plan 3D, both platforms work on versions 2021 to latest. So I'll be focusing more on Revit. So most of our subscribers are actually using this more on the Revit platform for work sharing. So here are the inclusions of the BIM Collaborate Pro subscription. So first, you have access to Autodesk Docs. So again, I've discussed this. This is the common data environment and the foundation and the backbone of the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform. So as it is very similar to BIM 360, it also can read a lot of file formats. It has permissioning. It has 2D and 3D version comparison, and there are issues and markups as well. So for design collaboration, still have the high degree of control over how and with whom the project data is shared, as well as a unique ability to see all changes from version to version. So for model coordination, gives the customers or you guys to have an access to automated 3D clash detection and integrated coordination issue management tools. And lastly, you will have the Revit Cloud work sharing. So this is required to produce a work shared cloud model in Revit. So if you only have a BIM Collaborate subscription, you will have docs, design collaboration, and model coordination, but you will not have the authoring tool, which is the Revit Cloud work sharing tool. So basically, you cannot co-author or collaborate in the design with only BIM Collaborate. So you need BIM Collaborate Pro if you want to contribute to the design within Revit. So let me just also highlight the insight part of the unified platform. So this is available in Autodesk Docs. So basically what this does is it presents data and analytics in the unified project homepage. So these features help teams manage risks by giving them personalized visibility into daily priorities, an instant snapshot of the individual project health, and as well as insights into company-wide performance. So basically, this dashboard summarizes everything that's happening within your site. So let's now move to the key capabilities of BIM Collaborate Pro. So let's just go through this quickly. So first, again, collaboration. So this gives you the ability to extend work sharing to project teams in any location while centralizing efforts of the distributed teams. You can also better allocate resources and assign the best team members with the most relevant skill sets to each project. So again, in terms of collaboration, you can actually restrict user access to certain folders or limit access according to user role or company. You can also control work sharing and design deliverable exchange with the assurance that the right information is in the right hands throughout the project. So next is communication. So actually in BIM Collaborate Pro, you will have these timelines. So I'm going to show this later on in a technical demonstration. So these timelines actually symbolizes design packages, or when there's a milestone in terms of design in each team. So this actually reduces rework with trackable project activity. You can also facilitate model exchange and deliverable coordination. You can understand changes in context between aggregated models in a single space. And also you can navigate change visualization by team, which means that you will be able to see what happened in the previous version of the file to the newer version of the file. And lastly, coordination. So when the entire project team is involved in clash detection and resolution, issues can be identified and solved without waiting for coordination meetings. So again, this subscription gives us an ability to do automated clash tests in 3D. And then you can assign this to particular people to address the clash issue. So in terms of Revit collaboration, we have certain options like link directly, wherein only permissions are needed by you on that particular folder so that you can access the file and then link it to your, or link or reference it to your own file. You can also link to shared. So this means that whenever a team has created a design package, the shared folder will be updated and you can automatically link it to your files. You can also do link to consume, wherein this is a more controlled process wherein a certain team shares the design package and it's up to your team leader if he or she will allow that particular model or particular design package to be linked or referenced to your own model. So I'll show you a very quick video which shows a workflow of BIM Collaborate Pro. So here the model is in Revit, as you can see. And then this model is collaborated in cloud. So first here, published settings are being modified so they can choose what views and sheets are being shared to other teams or being published to other teams. So as you can see here, it's being synchronized. And then now after synchronization, it's going to be published into the unified platform. In the unified platform design collaboration component, we can see that this design has been published and now package is being shared throughout the teams in the project. So here, the model is being shared. So now if we go to the structural team sees this design package from the architecture team and can show changes, meaning they can see what has been modified in that file. And then after confirming, they can consume it. So another workflow here is that in the model coordination component of the platform, you can automatically detect clashes in 3D. These clashes can be made into issues and assigned to particular people so that the clashes will be resolved. So once that the clash is addressed and resolved, it will be synchronized again and published to the unified platform. So once updated, other teams can now consume it. So in this case, the MEP team will see this design package, look at the changes, and see that there has been a void here. So once that it is resolved, you can close the issue, and now the design of the structural team can be consumed. So now I'm sharing my other screen, and this actually shows the project list in the unified platform. So as you can see here, the projects are symbolized by BIM 360 and by unified platform. So as you can see, this symbol right here means it's in the unified platform, and this is in the BIM 360 platform. So what I'll do here, I can actually open one of the projects in the unified platform and one of the projects in the BIM 360 platform. So actually, I've pre-opened them. So this is actually the document management of the unified platform, and this is the document management of the BIM 360 platform. So there's not much difference in terms of functionality and in terms of style, but one thing that you can notice here is that in BIM 360 you have the plans folder and the project files folder by default. So in the document management platform in the unified platform, you can see that the default folders are for the field and project files. So I'll just go through this very quick. So first, here you can see the set of folders that I have. And also, you can see here that there are markups in this particular drawing. And also, I can set, you can set the permissions in this particular file, or I mean, this particular folder here. So in this case, I have given Jarek view, create, and edit permissions. And I've given all the architects the same permission. So you can actually place permissions by role. Also, you have the options to subscribe to a particular folder. So which means that if you subscribe, you will get notifications if there are changes in that particular folder. So be it as uploads or new versions, etc. You can also view the versions or the past versions here. You can copy it to another folder. You can download it as a source file. And you can also revert to another version, but this essentially kills your current versions if you do this. Okay, so let's now move to the Revit application for a while. So in the Revit application, a BIM Collaborate Pro subscription allows you to have access here in the BIM 360 tab. And in the BIM 360 tab, you can actually choose on what project you are working in. So in the project files, I can actually see all the files that have been uploaded in that project. So in this case, I have project 2 right here, and it is a cloud model. So this means that it's not set up for work sharing. Well, if I go to my architecture folder, I can see that it is a work shared cloud model wherein we can do synchronizations, do updates in here, and then if we publish this, it will be uploaded to the unified platform. So this is the file if we open it. So again, you have collaboration components here in terms of work sets, synchronizing the data, and reloading to latest. So I think I've opened a view, which is a realistic view. So again, all these capabilities, if you have BIM Collaborate Pro. So if I go back to my site, so I'll move now to the design collaboration component. So the design collaboration component actually shows us a timeline of milestones or design packages for each team. So in this case, I have the architecture, the MEP, and structure team. So in these cases, I am in the structure team. I can actually view the designs by the architect. So in this case, I have not yet consumed this package. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore this package uploaded by the architects. So I can click Show Changes, and I can see here what changes they have done from the previous version that I've consumed. So in this case, there are 5 modifications in terms of the walls and the ceilings. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click this wall and see what's different from last time. So this is the current version. And this is the last position of it in the last version I've consumed. So it's actually moved by negative 0.5 inches in the x-axis. So this is a pretty neat tool to see if you would consume that particular file or not. So in cases that this does not affect my structural model, so I will not consume it. But if this affects my work in my team, I can immediately consume it. So once that I consume it, what happens is in the timeline, it now shows that that model is now filled with color. So that means that it is consumed. So in the design collaboration component, you will now have the project status right here. So this actually shows you the what happened to your models and what happened to the consumed models. So you can see the details right here. So you can see the author, you can see the name of the file, and etc. You can see the GUID as well. So if I'm in the MEP team, I'm actually getting all the models. So here I have updates on what happened to them. And also I have the changes tab. So if I'm in the structural team, I can see that I have a watch group here for walls. So as you can see here, there are 2 changes in the walls category of the model. So I'll be immediately updated here that something has changed. So you can create other watch groups. So let's say I'm from the structural team, so I can actually watch the architectural team. And then in this file, I can filter down to the specific category wherein I want to be updated in terms of the changes. So let's say I want to be updated in terms of the changes in the doors, so I can actually do that. So in terms of the stairs, I can actually do that as well. So it will appear here in your watch groups as something that has changed. So let's now move to the model coordination component. So in the model coordination component, this actually gives you a coordination space wherein you can upload these files and then detect clashes. So in this case, I'm going to my views right here. So let me just refresh this, and so let's go back to views. So I have one view here, which is MEP versus the structural component. So if I click that, the MEP file and the structural file are both isolated, and then I can immediately detect the clashes here. So in this case, if I click this, I can see that there are clashes here in my oval duct and in my truss. So you can actually create issues out of this. But let's say that if I'm from the structural team and I see that one of the clashes right here on this floor is a valid clash, meaning that there is penetration, allowable penetration within it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that it's not an issue. So if I say it's not an issue, I say it's a valid penetration and click OK. The particular element will now disappear in the list of detected clashes. So once that you choose that this will be an issue, it will be assigned to a particular person. So in this case, I have assigned this to Eugene to resolve these clashes, and I gave him a deadline. So he has 2 more days to resolve this clash. So now I can do this and I'll immediately be going to this particular view. So lastly, I also have, again, I've told you about the meeting minutes in Build, and now it's also in the model coordination component of the unified platform and the design collaboration component. So you can also do meetings here. So in terms of, let's say, a coordination meeting, so you can actually create a meeting, and here are the topics. So as you can see, it's ongoing. The resolution of this oval duct and the trusses is still ongoing. And also, I can see who attended the meeting. So in this case, I've attended, and Eugene attended, and Auto 6 has attended, and Auto 3 was not present. Also, you can reference files here so that it will be easier for the attendees or invitees to see what files have been, what file are we talking about. So you can also create other meetings based on design. So this is an architectural design meeting, and it's about the structural wall materials, and it's still open here. So once that it is closed, so you can close this as the organizer, and then you can add a meeting summary. So let's say we talked about materials for walls. So I can say that I attended, and Jarek attended, and Auto 1 and Auto 2 attended. And then I can also reference files. So in this case, the architectural file. And then once that the meeting is done, you can turn it to minutes. So that's one cool feature that we have in the model coordination component. So in terms of customer stories and adoption, so basically companies like AECOM are now saying that they are taking 24 hours on a 6 weeks job. So this actually helps us to speed up our collaboration and our projects. So the same goes for Pinoni. As you can see here, they're using this actually for horizontal design, so more on Civil 3D and Plan 3D. So this they're saying that it connects everyone, every project stakeholder. So from the infrastructure team to the building design team, etc. So the same goes for GlueMac. So the key here, the key here is to connect everyone within the project. So also the same for VK. They're saving this amount of money for €1,000 a year for each employee, since they're speeding up collaboration, and then they're saving a lot of money since they can accommodate more projects. So another graphic here is that in 150 countries, BIM Collaborate Pro is used, and it actually supports 150,000 projects in the cloud. And currently 70K are active. And also, there have been 10 million, more than 10 million synchronizations in this past year. So this is how much this product is used throughout the ecosystem of architecture, engineering, and construction. So lastly, this is a simple ROI computation wherein an annual subscription has been computed to match the man hours of a designer or engineer. And in this computation, if a designer can save 11 minutes per week through this solution, you will have a return of investment with your BIM Collaborate Pro subscription. So if you want us to compute your ROI for the prices that we have here in the Philippines, so you can approach our sales personnel for the computation. And so that's it. So we're just actually showing you the value of this particular solution. So here are some resources. So we're gonna share this presentation to you guys so that you can have access to these resources for BIM 360 design. And also some resources here have been updated to BIM Collaborate Pro. And lastly, here are the resources for the Autodesk Construction Cloud. Again, we'll be sharing this to you guys.